Today we're revisiting Fleet Defender F-14. This is something I've wanted to do for a while since the first video. We'll be looking at some of the Easter eggs within the sim. And these little flapping things you see on the TCS, yeah, they're not birds. Yep, here there be dragons. These guys could appear on some of the training missions randomly at a low percentage chance. Sometimes you'd get a neutral or a hostile, and sometimes you'd get both at the same time, which they would then result in a fight between the two of them. And of course, you can also engage them in combat yourself. They fire heat-seeking fireballs using the explosion effect, which can be a little overbearing on the screen, not giving you a good impression of distance. In addition to our rather comical looking dragons, there were a couple more. On some missions you could be sent to intercept a flying saucer, or TBF Avengers that had famously been lost over the Bermuda Triangle. Finally there is the T-28 Trojan, this one named Miss Microprose, which belonged to the president of Microprose at the time. So naturally we've got to give it a go fighting these dragons, right? With this mission I've set up a sort of fleet defense scramble to intercept a large number of dragons approaching. Myself and my wingmen are armed up with 6 phoenixes and 2 sidewinders each. So let's take off and get after them. So now we're a short distance out from the carrier, let's get a bogey dope. 27980. So we'll turn to 280. And we'll start looking for targets in a moment. There we go, that's about right. Switch to the back seat. Got range 200, we've already got something on the scope there. If we switch to track while scan manual, turn our data link on, increase the range to 200. So we've got 1, 2, 3 that we've detected. We're going to switch our elevation to 8 bar. Keep the azimuth, let's try 20. Try 20. So we've got 1, 2, 3 there. They're fading in and out of contact. They're very slow. They're almost notching me here. They're barely moving at any pace whatsoever. That one's on data links. Let's tag him. He is at altitude 440, which is going to be a problem for our radar. So best drop down. Hopefully that'll make it easy to detect them with less ground clutter. Whilst we're at this, let's turn on the TCS camera, and we'll zoom that in preparation. So we're down to almost sea level now, 2,000 feet, 1,000. Turn the level autopilot back on. Oh, there we go, there's a whole bunch of them there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Okay, we need to start designating targets. They are, let's reduce the scale. Still 100 miles out, so we got a moment. Let's get some IFF going, so. Hostile, hostile, hostile. Yep, these are all hostile. Oh, there's 2 of them there. I can't tag them both. There's a couple there as well, so we've got quite a lot of clutter here. So we've got quite a few targets. Alright, we'll have to wait for them to get closer. Is my wingman with us? Yes, he is. Good. So we'll keep scanning, keep closing. How are we going to do this? We'll designate targets for 1, 2, 3 and 4. We'll switch out to Phoenixes. So we'll see how this goes. The range is getting now, we're getting a bit closer. Jump to the front cockpit. So they're just inside maximum range. I'm going to turn the master armor on. We'll close a bit more before firing, however. So now all within 100 miles. Unfortunately the screen's a little bit cluttered with the text on top of our contacts. So let them close, there's no point firing at absolute maximum range. We want to improve our chances of kill by getting closer. 40, okay. So they're getting about there now. Wingman good? Yep. Alright, so let's start firing off our missiles. So, Fox 3. You see the numbers increment. Fire the next one. And we'll fire the final missile. So that's 4 out. See, we've got missiles each direction, each following their own targets. I think there's one on our left, our right somewhere. Yep, there he is. So we'll see how these missiles do. Will take a little while for them to reach the target, sadly, but this should be like shooting fish in a barrel, really. They don't have much in the way of defense against this. I thought this would be a cool opportunity to show off the ability of the Tomcat to fire multiple missiles at multiple targets. Just waiting for the impact. We've got our TCS slave to the lead dragon, so we should be able to see it when it reaches him and explodes, even if we can't directly see the guy at the moment. There we go. Impact. He's been hit. We'll highlight the second target now. See if we get a good impact on this guy. I think he was a little bit further out, so there we go. Good hit. He's smoking. Highlight the... I think this was the next target. You can see him a bit better in this one. We got our other missile over there. Any second now. Yep, here we go. Hit. Nice. And one more to go, I think. So this guy here looks about right. Has this missile missed? Can't see the tail of the missile anymore. So it looks like we got 3 out of 4 then. As I think this one's missed. How are we doing on the picture? So one guy pretty close on our left. Yeah, that one must have missed. Right, let's target him. Is he up or not? Let's have a look. Unfortunately, I can't use the TCS from the back seat, so I've got to jump to the front seat to see it. This guy's still up, so we definitely want to target him. And highlight this guy. That guy's going down, so we hit him earlier. This guy is up, so we want to designate 1, 2. Can we get that one? So, clear. Designate 1, 2. There we go, it's got them. I'll highlight that one for reference. Well within range. Let's get the target on the HUD. Fox 3. And the other guy's on our right, so I'll turn the aircraft to the right before firing. Fox 3 again. Alright, so far so easy. It's been like shooting fish in a barrel or dragons. Although now we're out of phoenixes, things get a bit more difficult. Just wait for the missiles to come in. You can see our 2 missiles still. But there we go. We hit that one, good. Let's try and... oh, we've lost him on the radar now. That is one of these guys. He's up. Is this the right one? Looks like it. The missile seems to be going toward it. Yep, there we go. Another dragon down. So that's 5 for 6, so not too bad. Let's check on this guy. Is he up? Yes. Okay.
Roger. Targeting.
Let's get my wingman to target him. We should be able to give him permission to fire. Right, let's also get him out of formation. Let's move him to our right. See if I can see him break off. There we go, he's launched. Like passing through the clouds. So he'll stay on my right now, he just launched on that first guy. Switch to the front, so we can observe this. I think that's his missile. Got my wingman. Looks like the dragon's climbing actually, he's showing us around his underbelly. There we go, he's down. Okay, how are we doing now? We got one more here. Guy's going down. So, next one. Let's check this guy. Yeah, so this looks like a pair. So let's get my wingman on these guys. Wingman's back behind us. What's the greater picture? Oh, he's launched. There's the missile. In all about, what, 8 pixels of it? Shooting past us. Cool, okay, so let's zoom out. So we got... that guy's going down. Those are the 2 we're targeting. But you can hardly tell, they're overlapping. Then we got another group back there. So, hopefully there's not too many, because we're going to run out of missiles before much longer. So you can see they're now climbing up. Looks like they're going to break formation. No, they're staying together. Let's zoom out just a little bit on the camera. Let me get the other... oh, there we go, there's the missile. The other guy on our left is just leaving the picture. I think our wingman just fired on him. Missile trail. Let's jump back and have a look. So we need to scale down a bit because we're getting pretty close now. Highlight. Clear. Highlight. Let's have a look. I think this is the guy we're going after right now. Here comes the missile. And hit. So yeah, that guy's going down. The wingman's letting off right now. That's another missile out. Zoom in, so that one's dead. So let's start looking for another one. Get out a burner as well. Right, let's inspect this guy. He's going down. Is there any more? Let's zoom in a bit further. I think that's just one aircraft, yep. He's going down, so we go back, zoom out, so we've got another group up here. Cannot... oh no, there's just multiple targets there, okay. Turn toward them. So they're under the clouds. Let's dive down and see if we can't get a visual on them. And let's not red out in the process. Looks like we've got a dragon there that's going down. Looks like a fireball. Got something right in front of us though that looks a bit more healthy. So let's highlight, yeah, that's the group. What are we doing here? Oh, one of them's just been hit.
Contact, bearing 26840.
Yeah, you can see him just about in that. So we lost our lock, he's fallen apart. Let's get ourselves another one locked. Wingman's rejoined me. Okay. So I think that's most of the group's dead. There's just this one in front of us now. But we're running out, well, run out of phoenixes. So we've got 2 sidewinders and gun left. Gonna produce the scale, so they're about, what, 40, 30 miles? 28 miles, 27 miles, 26. And there's, I don't know, 3 of them? In this group? Yep, 3 I think. It's kind of hard to tell when they're all cluttered on top of each other. 25 miles. Have a look, what altitude were they? Altitude 128, so really on the deck. Let's drop down. God, wingman, he's a bit close at the moment. So we dive down to the deck. Oh, we can see him now. TCS, it really is not much good in this sim, sadly. It's there's not enough contrast in the colour palette. So unless you're looking at them from the sky, from beneath, it's very difficult to see what you're looking at, but you can see the wings there flapping, and there's another guy to the right of him. We zoom out a bit. Yeah, there's not a good way to get information out of that, sadly. We should probably start using our eyes though. So we've got them head on at the moment. Let's just fire a quick burst and pull up. See if we can't catch some of these guys. Fox 2. Splash. 1 dragon.
Contact, bearing 2310.
So a wingman back there, I think, with his nav lights on. Weapons free. Let's get the burners on and get out of here a bit. Use our speed to our advantage. Formation. Combat spread. See if I can't get him to turn his nav lights off and, you know, actually fight.
Engage, defensive.
Let's turn ourselves around on this bandit. Oh, this is a bit disorientating when you're not in direct control of your own head. There's one on our front, so let's go for him. So identify that one if I can. Fox 2. Oh, may have been a bit close for that one. I may have fragged myself. We got him. Didn't think we were so close. Alright, we got one more dragon it looks like. Go back to the tracking camera. Ooh, a lot of G's. Let's just ease on that. I don't want to crash myself, so let's pull up. That looks like a Tomcat. It doesn't appear to be flapping, so I think that's the... Okay. Something just got splashed. Could have been a dragon hidden in the sea though. So we got one there. I think that's my wingman, I'm not certain. Hidden in the clouds, and there's a second thing there. So one of those two is my wingman, the other one's a dragon. I'm going to assume that guy on my left is the dragon. Yeah, my Rio's confirmed that. So let's see if we can get this last one. Come around on him.
We're hit!
Yeah. Okay, he hit us. Is he down? I think we hit him back, so we got that going for us. Yeah, we got him. He hit us sadly, so we got some damage. It says hook. I'm slightly concerned we lost our hook. To check that when we come to land. Whew, right, okay. Let's get on the... we still got one more guy. Who is that? Clear targets. Highlight. It's not letting me highlight. Why aren't you working? I guess you're on data link and we just don't have a good view on him. So he was to our left, so let's point ourselves toward him. Now we got him on radar ourselves. So if you're wondering, if I jump back to the Rio pit, the bottom line is data link, the top line is you've detected it with your own radar. Still cannot get a lock on him. Alright, okay, let's close in on him. Come on. And lock. Okay, let's get our wingman to attack him. Oh, actually no, he might be down already. There's a lot of smoke there. It might be damaged trying to run away. Which is a little bit odd for a dragon to be smoking. Just check the bigger picture. We've got nothing on data link elsewhere. Wingman on the side. Let's get him to bracket out. Which is Alt F4 if you're interested, so I'm always quite wary of pressing that key to give him orders, as I half expect DOS spots to close. So my wingman should now break off and engage. And finish off that last dragon with a bit of luck. Otherwise we can probably put a few gun rounds in him to finish him off. So it turns out the last dragon, he was kind of going down, it's just taking a very long time to do it. He was struggling to stay in the air and slowly fell out the air as we approached him. So now we're on our way home, and hopefully the hook will come down when we come to landing. The damage we took has been slowly getting worse, and I'm now slightly concerned we're not going to make it back home. The engine RPM has dropped pretty badly, and we're still 165 miles out, so I'm hoping for the best. It's looking a bit shaky at the moment. But that's all the throttle I can give her. And the RPMs and fuel flow and the temperatures are pretty low. So we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully we'll make it back in one piece. Okay, so we're about 6 miles now from the carrier. The engines have held out, thankfully. However, I have realised I'm still carrying my external fuel tanks, so we'd best get rid of those because I'm very much concerned about how much power we have left in these engines. So we'll drop our tanks. You can see the carrier just ahead of us there as well. And we'll check our hook. And yes, the hook does come down, that's good news. Now, normally you'd use the air brakes but I'm not going to take the risk. I really am concerned about how much engine power I've got left. I don't think I'll be able to do a landing with the air brakes and the gear out at the same time. I might just fall out of the sky, so we'll have to see how it goes. So we'll request for landing.
Clear for landing.
Right, and now we need to set ourselves up and try and land this. At night, no less. Drop our landing gear. That's come out nice and fine. Flaps and wings are extending. The gear might have been a mistake actually, judging by my airspeed dropping. I'm going to raise the gear again. Get ourselves on target. Bring the gear back out. I can barely see that ship out there now. I don't know what I think I'm too far to the right. I'm a little bit fast because we're diving. Now this is not going to be a pretty landing. And with so few pixels, it's going to be very hard to judge anything about this.
Reduce power. Reduce power.
Reduce power, that's something I'm not particularly happy about. Let's call the ball.
Reduce power. Reduce power.
Yeah.
Reduce power. Reduce power. Reduce power. Reduce power. Reduce power.
You know, I'm not sure the whole reducing power is a good idea there. We're stalling here.
Come right. Come right. Come right. Come right. Add power.
Yeah,
Add
we're
power.
low.
Come right.
Really? Right?
Come right.
Oh, guy. Come on. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Last moment.
Cut
And
power. Cut power.
one wire. Well, we're alive. So that's something. We're on the deck. Phew, okay. So that was a quick look at all the Easter eggs in Fleet Defender, and I mean, it was a little bit foolish perhaps, charging a dragon head on, but quite an exciting mission in the end. So that mission was just a whole bunch of dragons, all up against a pair of Tomcats. It got a lot more exciting than I was expecting. I was thinking it would be just shooting fish in a barrel, but perhaps I was a bit too aggressive. Got hit by the dragon on the head-on pass, which did damage to my engine. So I'm glad the engine held out for all of that. But that was Fleet Defender, some of the Easter eggs, and good opportunity to show off the track while scan multiple launch of the Phoenixes. Hope you enjoyed, and take care.